Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR My Career mode here on the channel. I hope you all having a great day. Today we take on the Coke Zero Sugar 400 here from Daytona International Speedway, which, you know, we know of nowadays as being like the finale of the regular season finale, but this was an early summer classic back in the day, and we are still a ways away from, of course, any form of race 26 in this season, as we are coming off of yet another win from the number 12 team with Ryan Newman behind the wheel at Sonoma, which also means on top of that another win for our member on the 12 team of WNF7, the team strategist there for the number 12. So it's been a very successful season for him as of late. Now, as we know what to expect when it comes to Daytona and qualifying, we know we're going to be dead last. So we complete our one lap and we take it for what it is. And you can see where we end up here is, well, exactly dead last position, as there is a big opportunity for a surprise winner here this weekend now. And of course, you guys remember the Daytona 500 at the beginning of the season was won by the number 32 Pontiac of Ricky Craven. As you see, rounding out the top 10 is Elliott Sadler, but on pole position, it'll be Kevin Harvick in that number 29. That is career pole number 4. As we focus in on Saturday night racing here from the high banks of Daytona International Speedway. Now, fortunately for me, this is going to be a big help. Jamie McMurray, Kyle Petty, and Tony Stewart, they all get sent to the back of the field, all basically inspection issues. And this is going to help me a lot because it's going to give me, at least one car lined up behind me. So I'm not going to have to just, hope that I can keep up with the field. Now I've got a car behind me that will be able to push us. So that's going to be very helpful for trying to keep the draft here as we get ready to roll here from Daytona now, and we are underway. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 kicks off from Daytona under the lights Saturday night. Kevin Harvick, Michael Waltrip lead the field to green. Last time we were at a super speedway, it was Michael Waltrip that picked up the victory. Now as we head down towards turn number 1 with Kyle Petty behind us, Jamie McMurray there lined up on the outside lane in the back now as we're right behind the number 10 of Johnny Benson in that Valvoline number 10 Pontiac. Beautiful paint scheme on that car as always. Always loved the Valvoline cars back in the day. Just love the colors as we head down this back straightaway here past all the signage. 56 laps in this race, and last time we came to Daytona and our debut as a NASCAR Winston Cup Series driver, we were mere feet away from winning the Daytona 500 when we were approaching the final lap on differing strategy, and a caution came out just a couple of moments before we reached the start-finish line to start the final lap, and we were forced into pitting, and unfortunately we lost that race. I would love some redemption. We have had a very up and down rookie season. We're coming off of a great effort in Sonoma with, of course, a very strong top 10, top 5 result, really. And as we continue into this final kind of half of the season, which is kicking off here, we're focusing in on, where we're going to end up for next season, which right now we have actually got a talk with Red Bull scheduled for next episode as well, so that could be an opportunity there to kind of solidify our future. Now as we come to lap 4, hitting lap 5 at the line, Kevin Harvick continues to lead after qualifying on pole. We're to the inside of the number 12 there of Ryan Newman as we line up here behind the 45 of Kyle Petty. Now Jeff Burton actually to the lead. Ryan Newman has the most wins of anybody this season so far with that win in Sonoma, now at 3 wins. Only a few drivers have won multiple races this season. Jeff Burton is another one of those. There's actually a moment here in turn 3 on lap 5, and you saw me jolt to the right, and I promise you I'm not making this up. One of my cats actually got on the keyboard and pressed the right arrow key and shot my car right, and the fact that we were able to save that was huge. It's safe to say he was off the keyboard after that. So that unfortunately though completely ruined our momentum, and you can see the situation. We are separated from the main pack, so now I'm hoping for a yellow as we're battling with the likes of Newman and Stewart, and look at that, McMurray and Nadu going by us on the outside, and then we were trying to get in line here behind Ryan Newman on the run into turn number 1. So things have kind of unfortunately gone wrong here very quick now on the 7th lap of racing. Hold on, that's going to be a tire down on the number 12 of Newman, and there's a caution, and oh boy, a driver that's got 3 wins and is really inserting himself into the championship picture is out of the race. It's going to be 40th, and you see he's not pitting, which means it is night over for that number 12, as nobody is going to pit, so we're all going to stay out and get ready to go back racing. Here we go then. Ready for the first restart after the first caution for cause here now, and the downside is now, once again, we are at the back and we don't have a car to help us this time behind us. Lined up on the inside is Tony Stewart behind Nadu, so we've got no pushing help, which means we need to hope someone gets shuffled to the 3rd lane, and therefore we can just follow the 2nd lane, pass them, and then get them behind us. That's kind of what I would like to have happen, and that's going to happen right here into turn 1. It's going to be Dale Jarrett. Unfortunately, that's going to get the short end of the stick, but that is going to be very helpful for myself. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to follow the 42 of Jamie McMurray, fellow Rookie of the Year contender, and we'll split through the middle here down the back straightaway, and now we'll put it, oh, actually, hold on, the 42 goes up top, and I say thank you very much. I'm going to just continue going through the middle, and we're going to gain a few spots here on this opening lap since the restart now is that Mark Martin leads the field through 3 and off a turn 4. Dale Earnhardt Jr. up there as well in the conversation, and as he would take the lead here in Daytona, the crowd in support. And as we continue on, running for 35th, maybe they're just cheering for me, honestly, you know, like seeing that 21 car up here in 35th having a great run. In all honesty, this is not going to be an easy race here now, and we remember back in the Daytona 500, it wasn't an easy race. We just kind of lucked our way into fighting for the win with just strategy, and obviously we could, you know, maybe see strategy become a large component of how this race plays out again as well. But as of right now, everybody's on the same field strategy, so we'll all be pitting in the same 2 to 3, maybe 4 lap window as each other, as we are getting very close to that right now, because on lap 13, basically about 13 to 15 laps is when you really want to be pitting. Now we have a couple lap extra buffer because of the fact that we had that caution, but I was really just kind of playing it by eye. What are the AI around me doing? Who's going to pit? Well, it looks like Jeff Gordon, the number 24. Terrible season for Gordon outside of that win in Bristol, but he's going to come in. He's in on his own. That is a fumble from the 24 team right there. And Jeff Gordon's in with no drafting help, and he's going to come in. It's going to be a full tank of fuel and 4 tires for the DuPont Chevrolet team, and I don't think that's going to work out for them, but they just got to hope they can maintain the draft. Now, what I am going to be doing is pitting at the end of this lap here, lap 16, was when we would have to wait for everybody else here to start getting ready to come into the pits, and I want to pit with a group of cars, making sure I can have some cars to draft with, and we got a big group, and we're going to also outbrake a lot of them, and we're going to gain a lot of track position that way, and we'll get into the pits, and we'll do 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel. That's the obvious call here. Also going to add a little bit of grill tape. I would go up to 40% grill tape. We'd get the rights on, the lefts on, and we're going to exit right here alongside. There goes Biffle, there goes Johnson. We're going to get in between Johnson and Rusty Wallace there behind myself. So that was absolutely beautifully executed right there. You could not do a whole lot better than that, but unfortunately for me, we know we're lacking a little bit of speed, and Rusty Wallace immediately says, thank you very much, I'm going to go right around you, and we've got the 29 Goodwrench Chevrolet of Kevin Harvick here to continue to hopefully push us as we head down this back straightaway now. And here comes the 40 of Sterling Marlin as well, who's going to go past us. 1 win on the season, a bit of a surprise win earlier in the season for Marlin all the way back in Atlanta. Now it's Kevin Harvick's to my inside, and you can see that, yeah, if we just don't really have the drafting help that we need, I mean, we just get ourselves in an awkward situation. And as we come through to a lap later, I mean, pretty well the rest of the field making their pit stops now. Oh boy, big checkup. That was 2 groups merged together, 1 slower, 1 faster, and there's Dale Jr., who was leading earlier. We're going to get right up to him, passing Michael Waltrip now, and all the way to the back of the 0 of Jack Sprague. Matt Kenseth as well is pitting from the lead right now. He had a very rough Sonoma Raceway, and yeah, I mean, he's kind of lost some points over the last few races, but as everything would cycle out, we had managed to get to the top 5, and we got a large group of cars behind us, and here comes Dale Jr. working his way back forward. Jimmy Johnson currently out in front. Here comes then Robbie Gordon, and yeah, you can just see the lack of speed that we are unfortunately dealing with in this Motorcraft number 21 Ford Taurus. So just trying to hang on and trying to get in line with somebody and make sure I have somebody kind of behind me within a car length or two. And we'd kind of gotten ourselves in that spot right here on the outside line behind the 31 and in front of the 15 of Waltrip. New leader, Auto Club winner there from California earlier in the season, Jeff Green, who continues to be a little bit at odds with the management at Richard Childress Racing and made early season accusations that Kevin Harvick is getting better equipment, and right now it sounds like that he could be on the way out at RCR due to them kind of butting heads as this season progresses. Now as we continue in this 2x2 train right now, as Green and Johnson out in front 1-2 right now, separated from this main pack that is catching them very quickly, however, so it's just a matter of time until we're rolling up on the back of them. Over 30 laps to go still in this race as well, as we've got just one retirement so far with the number 12 of Ryan Newman as we continue in behind the 31, but we would continue to unfortunately drop a little ways back now to the bottom half of the top 20, now down to 15th behind the 43, or alongside the 43 of John Andretti, but we'll get cleared by him as well. And here comes Jeff Gordon and Michael Waltrip as well up behind us, but now an opportunity to get down to the inside, and I took it immediately, and we were actually running down. Look way up ahead. The main pack is running down the lapped car, and this is going to slow things down. I believe that's Todd Bodine as we exit turn 2 heading down this back straightaway. I have no clue where that car was, so I commit to the outside thinking, okay, maybe this is going to be the way to go. I was wrong. Big check up here on the top, and everyone on the inside will benefit out of that one. Dale Jr. to the inside, Jack Sprague's to the lead of the race after that, and I think that might be Bill Elliott or Mayfield to second, and this kind of congests everything, and this is going to separate a lot of cars now, as in the way is Todd Bodine in the number 54, and we're going to be in line behind the 43 of Andretti now, and just kind of follow suit here. One of the benefits was this puts us back into the top 10, but that really destroyed the organization of this main group, and it kind of separated everybody into these kind of small groups again now, and unfortunately, I mean, we were just getting dominated on pace again. Burton goes through and Benson goes through, as well as we would get back up and behind on the draft, but it didn't matter. We would lose contact with those guys and then drop back to this group with Marlin and Blaney and Biffle, as well as Bobby Labonte, Kevin Harvick as well, and really just relying on these guys to hopefully either pull me forward or push me forward, whatever option it is. But you can see, I mean, the outside line's going, so I jump up in front of Harvick, but we would still continue to lose time to the cars in front of us at this point now, but we have at least held on to 14th as the yellow is going to be out, and it's actually right behind us. That's the 32 of Craven with a tire down. Cautions out, and everybody is going to come into the pits. We're not seeing very much differing strategy like we saw in the season opening race, of course, with the Daytona 500. We all come in, 4 tires and fuel, and get ready for another restart from P13.
Coming to the green.
It's been an interesting race so far, and now as we take the green flag again, we are already within the final 24 laps of racing, as you see a beautiful shot there from victory lane as the field passes by, and Jack Sprague is out in front. One of the Rookie of the Year contenders. He's not really in the conversation. I think the Rookie of the Year is obviously going to come down between myself and Jamie McMurray. I feel like we got a bit of the upper edge, but it'll be interesting to see as the season continues on, because we still got 20 more races or so remaining in our rookie campaign here in this number 21 Motorcraft Ford. As we head down this back straightaway, though, of course, really wanting to focus on getting that first win. I would love to win as a rookie. I know we're not in the best machinery. We don't have the best equipment, but I am hopeful we can still, come to a track like Daytona or Talladega or a road course. We ran so strong in Sonoma. Maybe we can go to Watkins Glen and have that same fortune going forward and have an opportunity to win races. Just last episode, we had the big announcement, of course, that we will see a new announced track that is going to be built in Canada called Canadian Motor Speedway, that NASCAR is eyeing getting this project built and on the NASCAR Winston Cup Series calendar by 2005. It's a little bit ambitious, but as a Canadian, this would be my home race, and I would love that. Now, NASCAR is also in conversations with a road course in Canada option as well, which would be really cool if we could get 2 Cup Series races in Canada going forward as time goes on, as there's also been more demand for some road course racing here in NASCAR, and there's been some rumors that we are going to see some more road courses coming to the calendar over the next few seasons now, as we drop down to 17th position, unfortunately, here. But now less than 20 laps to go as we're riding behind the 29 of Harvick, and Sprague is still out in front as we roll through the center of 3 and 4. Kyle Petty to my inside, and caution is out again, and this time it's the 0-1 of Jerry Nadeau with the tire down. Everybody's going to stay out this time, and we'll get ready to go green with less than 20 laps to go here from Daytona. It's been a really calm race. I mean, we haven't seen an actual crash. We have seen 3 yellows for all the same reason, a tire failure. Outside of that, it's been a very calm race here from Daytona, and as we get ready to go back racing, this calm race has also brought zero difference in strategy, and I'm okay with that. It keeps everyone on the same playing field, and with 15 laps to go here in Daytona, we all know what the situation is. We still have to come into the pits one more time within the final 10 laps of racing, and then we're just going to race it out to the finish. It's a very straightforward situation, so now we know what we're playing with. Let's try to go forward here and see if we can pull off the top 10, top 15 at least, and you know what, maybe in a beautiful world we could find a way into the top 5 racing for the win, but we just seem to be lacking that pace this weekend. I mean, you've been able to see it, right here. So I just don't really think the win is going to be in the cards. I think we're going to have to use this green flag pit stop that could be on the way, as, use it the same way we did it earlier, where we were able to gain like 10 spots, actually way more than 10, we gained like 25 positions. So if we can use that pit stop sequence to do the same thing again, that will be really, really big for this team here now, as we are approaching just 10 laps to go here already in Daytona. This race has absolutely flown by now, as it's been so calm. A lot of green flag action. Those laps go by quick now as we're trying to get in line behind somebody, and it's going to be the 45. Actually clipped him in the quarter panel. Thankfully that didn't turn into anything now, and we would continue on this outside lane, but now running 17th. Petty had gotten away from me. I was now behind Jack Sprague, who just got done leading a bunch of laps, and now Rusty Wallace is out in front. As to my left side, here comes the 38 of Elliott Sadler. Just 10 laps to go here from Daytona, as Rusty Wallace would love to return to victory lane here in Daytona now, is through to my insides. Bill Elliott, a win recently in Michigan now, and still in the conversation for a championship in his farewell season. How much longer, though, can they keep that going? As here we go, drivers now signaling they're going to come into the pits, and we're going to follow suit. We're going to come in right here with this group of cars. I wanted to get this pit stop done early in case the caution comes out before everyone else pits. We could cycle to the front as I get hit from behind there from the 38, but we're all good. It's going to be 1 can of fuel, no tires, 1 can of fuel, and we have a huge checkup right there for some reason, and that's really going to hurt us now as we come in. It's going to be a 6-second pit stop. 3, 4, 5, 6.2, and look at the ground we lose. Unfortunately, we're still going to come out in front of several drivers, but we're all on our own. That is a worst case scenario, and a huge group of cars coming into the pits, including the front runners there, Wallace and Robbie Gordon, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, all the likes of those guys now. So as we would come back around one more time, we're still all on our own, passing. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's big for him. He's not even going to be in contention to win this race now, as we'll go around the outside of Kenny Wallace. We're going to get to the 32 of Ricky Craven, and behind me here comes Joe Nemechek, and we're going to try and make a move on this 32. It's going to be close, but I'm going to go for the move to try to get in front of him. We'll pull right alongside. Oh, we're not going to clear him, and we don't have help either. The 25's on that outside lane, and now as we head down into turn 3, I can't quite get the draft from Schrader, so these two would blow by me on the outside. So now we'll have to get back up in line behind them both, as the 30 of Jeff Green is in the pits, and the pit cycle as we come through this trioval right here will run its course. Now here comes Green. I saw Johnson right there and Burton coming out together. Now behind us, Matt Kenseth. Oh my goodness, he just drove under the 30 who went through the air. A quick replay look at that one. Oh my goodness, we stay green, everyone's good. Have you ever? As we continue on and towards the final 5 laps of this race now, when we have got Kenny Wallace coming up to the back of us to push us, as Robbie Gordon, he's got himself out front. He was looking to be one of the favorites in Sonoma last episode, didn't quite pull it off. Of course, won at Darlington earlier in this season. Kind of surprised everybody now, but with 5 to go, the 31 for Richard Childress Racing is in control now as some more cars have run us down, including the 5 of Terry Labonte, and he's able to just use so much speed to go right around the outside, and I believe that's is that Bill Elliott coming up just behind? It's either him or, yeah, it is him. So right now as we hit 4 laps to go, it's still the 31 out in front. Here comes now Elliott Sadler. I mean, they're going to be 3 wide behind us, and I didn't really know where I needed to go, but I wanted the pole from the 5, so we would get some slipstream here now as there's still 3 wide behind us. New leader, the 40, Sterling Marlin, to the lead of this race here. Now, could he find a way to victory lane in Daytona? What a story that would be. A 2-win season for him would be absolutely awesome to see now, and we're coming up on just the final few laps of racing at this point now, and on this inside line, through goes the 38. Here comes the 9 of Elliott, and here comes the 17 of Matt Kenseth as well, who's not in store to have a great finish, but who I haven't seen come back past us is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, your championship leader. We passed him in the pit lane, and he is way behind us, so that's going to be really, really hurtful to his championship now as we head down this back straightaway. We'll get in between Wallace and Kenseth, but Sterling Marlin was in control coming to the final lap of this race. What a weird ending here in Daytona. So much separation throughout the field. You got a small pack of cars up front, you got a big pack of cars behind us that as we start this final lap are quickly running us down, and that group is led by Jamie McMurray as we head down into turn number 1, but halfway down the back straightaway, that's where the focus is now. The leader is the number 40 of Sterling Marlin. Now behind us, Dale Jr. goes forward on the 40 of McMurray, 42, but Sterling Marlin through 3 and off of turn 4. Is he going to hold off Kevin Harvick to win this race? Harvick's there, Ward Burton, Rusty Wallace as well. Harvick's going to have a look, coming to the line. It's not enough. Sterling Marlin picks up win number 2 on the season as we exit turn 4. That group behind us gets here. Here comes Dale Jr., but it's not going to be enough of a run through the tri-oval, and it's only going to be enough for 25th position here in Daytona. Just not exactly what I wanted to see here today, but Sterling Marlin, how about it, picks up the victory. That is awesome, and that's a win for the member of Glenn Lawrence, 9200. He is the car chief of that number 40, so that is absolutely epic to see him get his first win as a member as well. As you see the rest of your finishing order, Jimmy Johnson down in 35th gives up the championship lead by 5 points to Tony Stewart. Kenseth, Harvick, Newman, all still not too far back, even after Newman's rough day with the early DNF. Dale Jr. as well with a little bit of work to do as we hold on to P9. As I'll see you guys in the next one. What a fun race that was, and an awesome winner as well to go along with it. Sterling Marlin and his 12th career win. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.